It is a sad day for us here at Channel 7. We buried our colleague and friend, Dion Johnson, who was only 22 years old. His family, friends, and colleagues said a final farewell to Dion at the Holy Family Catholic Church. Eulogists spoke of his determination to overcome a football injury that left him physically disabled, but he was very able. Dion graduated from Bowie State this May, and here at WGLA, he was fulfilling his dream to become a reporter. He did it the hard way, beginning as an intern in sports. And somebody he interned with, but also became a good friend of. Rennie Knott is here with more on Dion Johnson. Rennie.
Extremely difficult day, and you know, an intern comes to your department and you're expected to teach him. As I look at it now, Dion taught all of us a great deal. We said goodbye to a friend today in Dion Johnson. I first met him back in 1993 after his athletic career was cut short on the football field due to a neck injury that left him in a wheelchair. I learned to appreciate his spirit when he interned in our sports department. Dion never asked why. He just moved forward. And instead of feeling pity for him, we sometimes felt pity for ourselves as we wondered if we could ever have his strength, his faith, his courage. Dion Johnson didn't hit home runs, slam dunk, or score touchdowns. But in the true meaning of the word, he was indeed a hero. There's an old saying that goes, "A road paved with no obstacles is a road that leads nowhere." Dion Johnson's young life contained many obstacles that most of us would have never encountered. Dion faced every struggle during his rehabilitation with strength and courage.
I don't really let that hold me down. I have a positive attitude, keep the faith, and pray every night.
Dion worked with News 7 Sports, and any assignment was not too tough, even taking on NFL tough guy Howie Long.
90 degrees weather plus. What exactly are you doing out here at Redskin Park?
Making money.
Now, turn that up a notch, and you got the backers from my tough guy team.
We're out here doing a thing for in conjunction with NFL Films, assembling kind of a tough guy team.
Big Daddy Dan Wilkerson and Dana Stubblefield. What do you think they have to offer the Redskins?
I think they have ability. I really believe that you have to build your team around the front on both sides of the ball.
Do you feel that this team will be an all NFL playoff team?
Personally, I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't be. Hopefully it'll be better. Gotta be better.
All right.
All right, man.
Thank you.
We remember Dion not as someone in a wheelchair, but someone whose inner strength and determination carried him through the hard times. His strength now carries us through this tough time. We are all richer for having known him, and we all feel very, very fortunate to have called him our friend.
Imagine a life filled with dreams to play football. Dreams are fun and independent, but within seconds, those dreams become challenges to live an everyday life. As a quadriplegic, every day is now a struggle for me. The little things people take for granted, I now cherish. I have to rely on a health aide, or if they don't show up, I need the help from my parents to give me a bath, dress me, or even help me use the bathroom. Not being able to wake up, jumping out of bed and get dressed when I want to is a constant frustration. In fact, it has become a learning process for self-respect, as well as respect for others and their feelings. But what about the life outside, out here on the streets? It seems society can be so carefree that they sometimes forget the handicapped are also human beings. You can't imagine how uncomfortable constant stares are. It's like I'm from another planet. Then there are society stereotypes, as if being physically challenged isn't enough. People see me, a young black male in a wheelchair, and associate it with something negative, like I was a drug dealer or a member of a gang, assuming I was shot before asking and giving my life values a chance.
I can see, hear, feel, think, say, and do.
And because of those natural prejudices, I now go out and speak about life as a person with a physical challenge, to educate society, to educate them about the misconceptions of being different. And because we appear different, doesn't mean we should be treated differently. All we want is to be treated equally, not better or worse, but the same as everyone else regardless of our abilities. We want to be given the same opportunity as the next person. Despite my injury, Bowie State University went ahead with a commitment to me and honored me with a 5-year athletic scholarship. I majored in communication and graduated May 29th with a bachelor's degree in science. I've been asked, how should someone who is not handicapped act around someone who is? My answer, act the same way you do around anyone else. Just because a person is physically different from the next, that doesn't mean that the person isn't a human being. The only difference between ourselves and the next person is we walk by rolling. So the next time you run into someone who you think is different from you, remember, we are more like you than you think. Dion Johnson, News 7. 90 degrees weather plus. What exactly are you doing out here at Redskin Park?
Making money.
Now, turn that up a notch, and you got the backers from my tough guy team.
We're out here doing a thing for in conjunction with NFL Films and Polygram Video, assembling kind of a tough guy team for the NFL to put out on video cassette.
Big Daddy Dan Wilkerson and Dana Stubblefield. What do you think they have to offer the Redskins?
I think they have ability. I think those are the kinds of guys I really believe that you have to build your team around the front on both sides of the ball.
Do you feel that this team will be an NFL playoff team?
Personally, I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't be. Last year was rough. Hopefully it'll be better. Gotta be better.
All right.
All right, man.
Thank you.
The last time we saw Dion Johnson, he was still wearing a halo to keep his neck steady during his long rehabilitation process. But now the halo is gone, and as he gets set to leave the hospital, Dion is ready to get on with his life. Tomorrow he'll visit his school for the first time since his injury. Dion Johnson is tired of being a patient. He'd much rather be a student.
Just getting up early, going to school, staying all day is going to be the rough part, but got to graduate.
He has come a long way. He's come to a point about where we expected him to be when he left the hospital. That is, using a power wheelchair, doing some of his self-care activities, definitely be able to direct anybody in doing other elements of his care. So he's right where he should be.
Dion is mentally a tough individual anyway, but he's ready to go and deal with his situation. His positive outlook is unreal. His positive outlook is really amazing to us, the family.
Last time we talked, you had talked about you're not going to let things get you down. You still feel the same way?
Sure do. Can't let nothing get you down. Gotta have a positive attitude, keep the faith, and pray every night. And physically, I will walk in because He's here. God will bring me up to walk again. And if I don't, I'll walk in heaven.
For those who wish to carry on Dion's mission, please send a contribution to the Dion Johnson Memorial Fund. The address is on the screen. Care of Kell & Company, 13625 Baltimore Boulevard, Laurel, Maryland, 20707.